Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Fanatic, and I'm actually bringing you a Wi-Fi battle. Hooray! It's actually one I had today. It's going to be quite quick actually, because I've sped it up, and I actually find it quite funny having the music this quick in the background. So hopefully you guys like it as well. It's really high pitched, it's really weird. Never mind. Anyway, this is a team. I don't know if I've used it before on YouTube or not. It's just a random team I built. This is a Masquerade, which has Quiver Dance, Hydro Pump, Air Slash, and Bug Buzz. And I know this thing's going to set up this thing's going to set up Stealth Rocks. Probably try and toxic me as well, so I'm taking this advantage to do 2 Quiver Dances. And then I'm thinking maybe a Hydro Pump will do a good amount of damage. This is all Bugsy really does. I mean, it's not really the best Pokemon, but Hydro Pump is a very good move, and for me, luckily for me, I get a critical hit. And that's one of his walls gone, which is really good for me, and I can now sort of, well, at this point I'm trying to think, maybe you know what, Bugsy could get something going on here. But he brings in Bird as Togetic. I used Togetic ages ago, and it's an absolute monster. It took that at +2 Air Slash, Stab as well, really well, like it was absolutely nothing, and he just roosted it off again. So I'm guessing this turn, he decides to go for the roost again, or this next turn, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself now. So I'm going to switch, not predicting that, I'm predicting him to go for a Tri-Attack, and I go into my Lurker. And he goes for roost, which is very weird. I would have actually gone for, if I was going to stay in, I would have gone for another Quiver Dance. But I was fearing like the Thunder Wave as well, because I'm a ground type, so I could have really been, this was like the service switch I had. For some reason I go, he goes for the Tri-Attack after I go for the Ice Punch, and it doesn't affect. He also doesn't predict the Ice Punch, which is a bit weird. I thought it was fairly standard to run Ice Punch on this thing. But now predicting he's going to want to switch, and he's going to want to keep his Togetic alive, I'm going to go for the Drain Punch to try and get some health back as well. And it works out perfectly. But however, I don't really want to die. I'm not sure if I'm faster, or if Octillery's faster or not. Because I know they're both pretty slow Pokemon. So I'm going to swap into Masquerade and let it die. I think, you know what, it's killed a Wormadam, and it's done some good damage as well to other things. So I'm happy. But this is where Slacking comes in, Scarf Slacking. Someone used this against me, and I just used it ever since. So I think it's almost like a necessity to have on the new team now. Scarfed, Retaliation, just, oh my god, it just wins. However, this Combuskin was the bane of my life. If he did not have this on my team, this game would have not have been as hard as it was. He goes for the Substitute. Luckily for me, he doesn't have the leftovers. He actually has the Life Orb, which you'll find out now after he goes for a Fire Blast. And I'm not especially defensive, but my Natural Bulk doesn't let me take it. And that means I can get an Earthquake off, which is awesome. Which means he cannot be behind the Substitute when he kills me next turn, and he'll also lose some Life Orb damage. Oh no, wait, I died to Life Orb, never mind. But he's not behind the sub whenever I bring anything in. So now, I'm going to bring in my Kitties, whereas I probably should have brought in my Slacking, but he actually has Protect, which means Slacking is pretty much screwed over by this thing completely, because he can Protect on the turn that I have an attack, and then Tron means he can attack me or boost or whatever he wants to do. However, Kitties completely walls this thing. He's especially defensive Pokemon. He's Psychic type. Fire Blast would do a good amount of damage, I reckon, but Focus Blast also wouldn't do anything. But I'm also super effective against him. So as long as he keeps subbing and I give a Seismic Toss, he can't sort of keep going with this, basically. So he has to switch, and I go for Seismic Toss. And he goes into his Leavanny. And because I know he's a bug type, I hope he's super effective. Also, I know Kitties, my Hypno, is like the key to keeping Combuskin at bay. So I swap into Night, and here I have to make a decision. I'm hoping I can survive, which luckily I do just. Whether I spin away his rocks or put up my own. So I decided to put up my own to get rid of that Combuskin, because that Combuskin is switching in and out all over the place. I couldn't really have killed this Leavanny though, so I'm quite happy in the end that I put my own rocks up. I think it was the better play. Spinning them away wouldn't really have saved much for me, or saved me that much rather. So in comes Courtesy, Scarfed again. The Scarf Retaliate is coming. He hasn't got any Ghost type Pokemon. His Physical Ball is gone. He's got nothing to take it. He has to leave his Leavanny in to die, which means Hypno is now safe. However, he can bring in Chicken, and because I have Tron, I have to switch, basically. And I go back into Kitties, and Kitties can take this Fire Blast, but he misses, which is good for me as well. So I can now start firing off some moves. He's too weak to actually make a substitute, so he has to swap back out again. This is why the Brox is helpful. He can't swap because he can't. He's swapping because he can't make a substitute. Also, it kills off his Togetic as well, which I completely forgot was even still alive at this point. But it's enough Pokemon that's gone down. But it does allow him a free switch into Beard, his Beartic, and I don't really want to stay in because this thing, it could do many things. But I'm thinking it's going to Swords Dance, which it actually does. And I could bring in my Nicki Minaj. And he does go for Swords Dance. So Stealth Rock's also done a good amount of damage there as well. That's why it's important as well. That's quite an important factor rather. Psyshock doesn't kill. I have Focus Blast on this thing, but I just knew I'd miss if I'd go for it, and I just didn't feel confident. And that turns out to be a big misplay, really. Because if I had my Jinx alive, this game could have run a lot smoother. Basically, I bring in Courtesy, though. Retaliate again. There's 3 kills for this slacking. The Retaliate is probably unnecessary. But every time I bring this thing in, this is the problem with Combustion. It can come in and it will protect for speed boost. And while slacking has killed 3 Pokemon, revenging like that, it does allow the opponent a free switch, basically, on the next turn. So he goes for the Fire Blast, and he crits me. And burns me, which is what completely flipped the game round. If he did not critical hit me there, this Combustion was dead. I would have had slacking left, and he would have had to attack me again, or I attack him, and he would die to Life Orb, and I'd have had 1-0, but no! He can protect, and I can't attack. He goes to the... I mean, I have the Truant, so obviously Earthquake isn't going to hit through Protect. Speed boosts. I'm loafing around, he gets to the Focus Blast. All I can hope for is he misses. He doesn't. And that is the game. Or is it? It's not actually a 1-0 to him. The game says he wins. It actually ends as a 0-0. Thank you for watching this game, guys. See you soon.